This unique coin carries the inscription of Offa Rex, King Offa, a king of the Saxon kingdom of Mercia in what is modern-day England, who reigned in the 8th century. More noticeable, however, is the fact that on the backside of the coin is an Arabic inscription that includes the statement La ilaha illallah, there is no God but God, the first part of the Islamic declaration of faith, the Shahada. And if you turn the coin around on the side with the text Offa Rex, then you will see Muhammadun Rasulallah, Muhammad is the messenger of God. The second part of the Shahada, acknowledging Muhammad's prophethood. However, whoever made this coin, it seems that the coin maker did not have the ability to actually understand Arabic, as this part of the coin is ununderstandable to a large degree, though I suspect that the original text that this coin was based on said Wahdahu la sharika lahu, he alone has no partner. The Arabic inscription containing Muhammad is the messenger of God is upside down, and the script on the edges is but merely decorative and made to look like an Arabic script, though it could be copied from this coin. This is a very similar coin, and it's a dinar coin of Offa's contemporary, the Abbasid Caliph Al-Mansur, where on the edge is a Quranic verse, more specifically Surat At-Tawbah, the 9th chapter, verse 33, which Offa's coin maybe tried to imitate, especially considering the layout of the coins, and that you can still see the signs of trying to copy this Quranic verse upon Offa's coin, and the earlier part about Wahdahu la sharika lahu, alone he has no partners, on both coins. However, Offa's coin maker failed to copy this properly. With that said, you have the profession of the Islamic faith and an imitation of a Quranic verse upon a coin. These choices of imitating an Islamic dinar coin and the Arabic text, with all of the things connected to the religion of Islam upon the golden coinage of Offa, should not be interpreted as an indication of Offa's religious beliefs of him being a Muslim, as other evidence leaves no doubt that he was a Christian and a firm believer in the Roman Catholic Christian tradition. And this coin may have also been included in a donation to the Pope himself, as the coin was found in Rome, and must thus have made quite a journey that could be easily explained by being part of a religious donation to the Pope. So the question becomes, why would a Christian king in Europe want to have a coin with Arabic inscriptions upon it? And I think this requires a bit of context. During this time, the Islamic world, and by extension the Abbasid Caliphate and the Abbasid caliphs, such as Al-Mansur, had the rule of more or less being the center of the world, as the Abbasid Caliphate was the greatest cultural center at this time and the most powerful entity in the world. In contrast, Mercia was a tiny little tribal kingdom in Western Europe, and during this time, Europe and the Western world in particular was in the shadow of the Middle East, a backwards tribal backwater in comparison to Arabic Islamic civilization during this time. And although I often describe on this channel how things were very different in the past, trying to imitate the greatest thing around in order to appear cool is a near universal human constant in history. And what Offa did with this coin in order to appear Middle Eastern is no different than how we today can see people of very foreign cultures copy various Western symbols and images, as it is seen as a cool thing to do, sometimes entirely out of context. Japan, I'm looking towards you. But even personally, I've experienced this with people I know that profess to be Muslims but actually carry Western symbols that are intimately connected to Christianity on their clothing and jewelry, such as the fish symbol and various types of Christograms, that say shortenings for the name Christ. And these people seem to be unaware about these symbols' true meaning. Yet they still wore them, because they were seen as being in style. Offa's coin is the same thing, only instead of clothing or jewelry, it is in minted coins, in Arabic. And a factor which contributed also to trying to show something from the Middle East and associate with the Middle East for Christian kings is that the Middle East was also due to Jerusalem, seen as a foreign holy land, and thus showing association or some sort of understanding to it, was also seen as kind of cool and educated, and a sign, ironically enough, of being serious in the Christian faith, as you showed that you had a deeper understanding of the mysterious East. Even if things such as these coins are a practical example of the opposite of understanding the Middle East. However, as I said before, most people did not know these things. They just saw it as being from the Middle East and thus automatically cool. Even if they outright hated Islam and saw it as this great heresy against Christianity. But why show this connection to the Middle East with coins and not through other things? Well, I think there are two reasons for this. The first is that coins have always functioned as propaganda, historically, as coins is something that most people will interact with, and having your face or your inscriptions upon the coins, and thus showing your association with the Middle East, is a way to get the word around that you are associated with this, and you are thus a cool ruler. Secondly, copying coinage was probably the easiest thing to copy. The dinar was the dominant coinage in the world trade at this time. Trade and thus dinars reached the British Isles. Thus copying it would have been seen as a natural and very easy thing to do. And Arabic coins can be found all over Europe. In fact, through various archaeological digs, we have discovered a lot of objects from the Middle East. And we have more old registered Arabic coins from the Abbasid period in Sweden than in the entirety of the Middle East. Trade with Europe through various ways did thus exist, and a lot of coins found their way into Europe by this trade. And one of these coins would later be copied by Offa when he ordered the minting of coins associated with him, in that cool Abbasid style that was in vogue during this time. And thus, Offa's coin maker copied the dinar of the Caliph Al-Mansur. Offa's coin is thus an early example of foreign cultural influence and shows how humanity has always tried to copy what has been seen as the greatest thing during their era in order to be cool and hip and in style. Please do subscribe, as it would help the channel spread awareness about the humanities. اشترك بالقناة من فضلكم.